Dexteram Testing, alpha testing procedures and protocols for Shroud of the Avatar. Overworld map overview review. Again. Alright, we've got a couple more rows to go. Starting here, going left to right again. I think that's just the way it ended up at one point, if you're wondering why I'm not going right to left. Or you might be a Pacific Rim player and don't see any issue with it at all. So here we are. Another mountainous spider terrain. Those of you joining me off the heels of my last video, yes, I do have my... Oh, I double-clicked again. I do have my biscuits and gravy, so I am happy. Biscuits and gravy are delicious. Okay, moving on. Moving on west. To the west side. To a swampy, marshy bog. In the mountainous side. So, are these all tarns? Swampy, swampy areas in mountains? Tarns are lakes in mountains, right? Mountainous lake. What is a mountainous swamp called? I'll have to Google that up later. Biscuits. I'm going to be a little quiet here for a moment. Ooh, hot. I suspect I'll be able to get through those. This one might be a question later. I expect to see it, the mountainous spider hex, more than any other. And that's the spot I would expect to see it in. I expect satyrs in here somewhere. I think I already ran into one earlier, though, so that's not really fair. I have more gravy than I have biscuit. What am I going to do? There are the satyrs I expected. Satyr map. Now, I went into this hex earlier, and I've been into it a couple times. However, I have not circumnavigated the edge. So let me go run through and do that real fast. Right, my yakety sax playing right now. I'd be so much happier. Fireflies. It's like one little section of them. Alright. Two-dimensional trees. Two-dimensional tree sections. But again, honestly, how many people are going to come running around out here? That's for our client to determine. What? Another two-dimensional? There's a bunch of them, so I'm not even... Look at that. The detail of this section was the little town. And then they probably... Wow, look at this. Populated it with trees. To enclose it. Oh, I thought I... So many two-dimensional polygons. I say polygons, but I mean objects. I've been saying that this whole time with an understanding that, wow, so what is this? This kind of jaggedy edge here. Okay. I'm just leaning on the wall that is the border while auto run is on to try to get around this edge, just to let you know. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I've been saying polygons rather than objects and been using them interchangeably, and perhaps I shouldn't, so that there's clarity to people who are new to the virtual environment community. And speaking of virtual environment community, this last week prior to this launch of Release 4, the VR company known as Oculus Rift, I think that's what it was, Rift Oculus or whatever. Anyways, the VR headset that was a Kickstarter project was purchased. What's going on here? These two trees all about. Alright, was purchased by Facebook. And that indicates to me that there will be more virtual reality development coming down the pipe. What's going on over here? So your gaming experience is going to be a lot different. And game developers are going to have to start thinking about things in those terms. You'll still probably be able to get away with two-dimensional objects around borders, like here. However, when you're talking about degrees of immersion, we'll see. It's going to be something. All right. Oh, boy. Oh, there's somebody over there. Well, that's to be expected. This is actually one of the towns on the overview map on the world. There's 3 towns. 2 major ones, and then this little guy here. And this is the other road out. All right, now I got to go all the way around the other side. At least I think I do. Yeah, I know that the edges... I still can't zoom the camera whilst running so that I could look sideways at it like that real fast, but no, it didn't work. In any event, the next road out I see will be the one. It feels like I've I've moved in a giant square. By the way, the overworld map is hexagonal, but zoom into the hexes and it's rectangular, or square, more specifically. I was right the first time. Ha ha ha. But you know. But, yeah, it's a square map. So 3 left or 3 rights, and or 4, depending on how you want to view it. That graveyard. I don't remember looking at that before. I'm gonna take a quick look at that. The after I finish this edge map. Oh my god, or is that really necessary? There's a mountain there. I don't seem able to get out, but let me go take a look at this real fast just to kind of give it a look over. This is pretty cool. Graveyard section. Okay, head back out. That's a big tree. Big tree that is very angular. Big tree. Alright, this rock. Visible wall. This rock. Visible wall. Oh my gosh, I've spent way too much time in here. There's that sun halo effect again. See that little patch of mud? Hold on, let me. I know you guys saw that. I saw it too. Oh well. Okay. That is messed up. Did I just circle this thing twice? No, because I don't remember seeing that. Oh, there's another. That one was real bad. I didn't even see it until I was. Look at that. It's early. It's an alpha. Whew. For a second there, I wondered if I was going to be able to get through that little section. Like this guy right here. Something tells me... See, I keep running into that same sequence. So is this like a block of trees that he's just replicated? He or she, pardon me, has just replicated. I only use the masculine pronoun. Because that's me. I'm masculine. Oh, look at that. You can see in the distance. But... okay. Oh, more biscuit and gravy for me. Nope. Yep. What a surprise. So this is a mountain terrain, and it's got a little dungeon in it. And this is the crypt image. I was saving. Well, hold on. Let me see if there's any. If there's no skeletons here, this could be faster to do it this way. And then... And it doesn't look like there is. Alright. Nope, there are skeletons. Let me see if I can... That guy's just hanging out back there. When you're a jet all the way. From your first cigarette to your last dying day. Come on, this is my sword of skeleton vanquishing. Look at it. He's got a little skull head and everything. Why isn't he being vanquished? I guess he taught me, why, cruel world? Alright, I'll come back to this later, after I gear up like I said. As I said previously. Oh, look at that, I had a little yellow bar. I must have gotten some experience from vanquishing something earlier. That spider. Well, they gotta keep track of it. There you go. You may have noticed that there's no hot bars yet, because combat is apparently just auto attack and accounting for experience gain. I don't remember if I received any gold or anything. I'll have to hit my character tab when we get in here, when I vanquish that spider, or any loot, and I wouldn't be able to tell. Well, maybe I would. I think I remember everything I put into the bag so far, and I could review the video reports, which is another positive reason to do that. Well, let's see here. Oh, I needed my bag. I hit the wrong thing. 100 gold. That's all I've got. I'm going to close that up. And snake sword, wood, mug, iron ore, candle, cloth bolt. Things I've discovered along my travels. Lots of books. I like to collect books. Moving on out. The answer to the question was... The question was, I wonder if I received any loot from vanquishing that spider previously. The answer appears to be negative. Okay. What am I, 18 minutes in? Let me cruise it back. Try to be fast about this. And having mountainous spider terrain is going to be helpful in that regard. So would SotA at this point. I might, if it looks like there's just the one row with a couple little guys down there, I might do a zigzaggy hex pattern on the last pass. Oh my gosh, I gotta get down to Guitar Center today. Thanks for reminding me. For those listening at home, disregard that previous statement. My String of the Month Club. Cannot move into that mountain. I just working on this. I had to shoot out to my buddy that uses string more often than I do. He performs 3 or 4 times a week, and I play recreationally at home. So I don't need strings as often as he does, but I was a member of the String of the Month Club. I got a nice gift certificate from a fellow student from, actually I graduated, grad student is what I meant to say. And as she approaches her doctoral, she wasn't quite nice at first, she gave me a gift card to Guitar Center. She knows I play, and got me a nice little gift card, so it was sufficient that I went in there. I was like, well, what am I going to get? And at the various price points, I was looking around, and I ran into this String of the Month Club, which is a free set of strings, or actually $5 towards the purchase of strings every month for $20. And if you do the math, 12 times 5, it was worth it. So I went ahead and bought it, and now I get a free pack of strings every month. I've already got a backup set here, so got a hold of my buddy, or send a text to my buddy, I should say, who performs several times a week, to ask him if he wants me to grab a set of strings for him while I'm out. I mean, I'm not going to use it otherwise, so I might as well. It has to be used every month, apparently. There's no rollover. And that's how they get you. But if you're a member of the String of the Month Club, you're probably using them every month. You should, if you perform as routinely as he does, he replaces his string every month. And of course, I have other friends that tour professionally. I haven't talked to them in a while. Wonder what he was. Last time I saw him, he was he was participating in Star Trek Online. That little mountain, slowing down the parade mountain. Yeah, I think for this last one, I'll just go up, so I'm done with it. Placeholder map here. Interesting. Oh, come on. Alright, let me cycle the visual interface by clicking off screen. Duralius and Associates, if you haven't experienced the Duralius and Associates experience, by all means, head on over to hankandjed.com and check it out. hankandjed.com for the Duralius Associates experience. Also available from Hank and Jed, the Battlefield Friends experience, which is quite entertaining as well. Oh, come on. Don't make me edit this. Oh, do I have to quit? Or will this... I'd prefer close. Oh well. Bam. Let's get this going again real fast. Oh, wow. Stay out of the grass, why don't you? Mountainous terrain, what a surprise. Where's our clock at? 27 minutes. Alright, but I'll edit a couple of it down, so it's probably closer to 22 to 25. What am I editing, you might ask? Well, things like these load screens. If they're taking an extremely amount of time, why not just fast forward through them or just remove them entirely? My login, perhaps. I change my password every time during alpha testing anyways as part of the protocol. So each one you see there is something else I have. And it's, I have it off to the side of the screen to remind me. It's written down somewhere, so I have it off there. Anyways. What are we doing here? Oh yeah, left to right. We're gonna or is there? Let's go down and back. Well, we'll see what happens. All right, but that's for the next report.